Alright, welcome back to this continuation of Rhymes with Urkel, the Russian regime change down here in Turkmenistan. I'm on the Al Mansour turn, and the thing that I was just sitting here thinking about a little strategy. I want to get these armored units out of here and back into these suburbs, but not on the edge. If they get on the edge, they're going to be outranged, so they need to get close to the suburbs around this Ministry of Defense. We'll start a little house-to-house fighting going on around here with these tanks. It's the only chance they got. They'll get outranged with those armadas. My problem is it's Al Mansour's turn. I want to get these guys loaded onto these trucks, I guess. And, well, that's not what I want to do. I want to get these guys into the presidential palace, but I can't because these guys are in the way. So I want to move the infantry to the presidential palace, and I want to move all these armor down here around this Ministry of Defense, and it'll tie up whatever armor the Russians have and trying to get these guys unseated through here as they work their way up towards the presidential palace. Then we can go ahead and just stall. So let me see what I want to do to these Al Mansour guys. Russians infantry's in full retreat. They're waiting for their armor to come on up. I got a bunch of pro-Russian rebels down here getting ready to load up too and move. So we'll see how this game progresses. But right now I got to figure out what to do with these Al Mansour units. And they do have that ZSU too. I can't forget to move. So maybe that ZSU might just, well, if he peeks out, the old Armada pick them off. So I think it's going to be an urban warfare strategy for the Turkmenistan forces. We'll be back. Alright, we're back, and you can see what I did with the infantry platoons. I just moved them back. I noticed on this one, though, and I didn't know if he got flipped over on accident or what, but he's taking some casualties, so I don't know how much use he is. He's really of almost no use at all. But I might just stick him there. I moved my other infantry up. They got to get in position to let these tanks get out. Remember, you can't go over a hex with more than 2 units. It clogs the roads. So a little traffic jam is going to be in order. The ZSU, I'm just going to leave right there in case this infantry gets frisky. They can cover this whole area right here for outfire. So that's it for the Al Mansour move. We'll go ahead and give us another chit draw. And we're down at 2. Ooh. All right. Who will it be? Who will it be? Russian player still got his logistics and his command marker. I just noticed that. So it's a Sheila player. And I believe the Sheila is these men. Yep, that's it. There's my infantry. Pro-Russian infantry have just been activated. And they would decide, well, they can't throw it on. I guess I could throw it on a logistic marker. That might be the thing to do. That might be the thing to do. Who's been activated twice though? Oh, who's got 2 markers? The 696 has been activated twice. Do I gamble and hope it's the Serdyakov formations? My Armada tanks is what I need. Oops, hold on, what's going on here? Let's go all the way. There you go. Sorry about that. Maybe one of these days I'll get a big boy camera. But till then, what do I want to do this? I do want that infantry to move. I don't know if I want to get those tanks up there yet, but I want to get those infantry to move. So let's go ahead and put this marker back here in the cup. And we will use this as a command marker. And that's how you do that. So I'm going to sit here and get these guys, do a little bit of the logistics going on, get the movement going, and we'll show you where they go to. Here's a shot of the board before, and we'll be back. Okay, and this is the after. We went ahead and load them up. They do have another chit in the cup, so they can do some double time, but they are loaded and on the road. Luckily, they stayed away from the range of this unit, but he only has a 4 hex range. 1, 2, 3, 4, so he couldn't have done nothing. And plus, they got line of sight going on, so they're loaded up. Don't know if I want them to go up the road, protected with this Armada tank first, take anybody out of the way, or if I want to get back here in the suburbs. But somehow we got to get We gotta get up north. So let's go ahead and draw another chit. Make sure that was it for the Sheila forces. It was. That's all Sheila's got on the board. Al Mansour was there. They just moved. They decided to sit there at the Ministry of Defense. And I'm thinking it should be all Russian. I'm pretty sure it's all Russian. We'll see. Nope, there is a freaking. Now that's a good thing I did that gamble, because I didn't know if this. I figured they had another one in the cup, but they didn't. So that was a good thing I put that cup back there, or that marker back there. So shoo, that would have been close. Okay, so now it is the Turkmenistan forces' turn. And their forces here, up here. Let's get them all ready to go. And I got a logistics marker next to them, so when they do take hits, they can get these markers off pretty quick. Oh, look what we got here, the old Bastion. Yep, he's all set to go. All right, let's put him on top, as a matter of fact. The old T-72 on the bottom. This old boy is T-62 with the anti-tank missile on top. All primed and ready to go. All right, that's it. We got 3 tank platoons, 3 or 4 tank platoons rather, activated for the anti-Russian forces, and that is big time. That is some serious action getting ready to go on here. So let's see if they can take advantage of that. I know they got that missile that comes pretty well to knock out her. And while I do my little cleanup over here, I want to grab my pointer. And look here. I got a nice Bastion anti-tank missile shooting straight on down here to this whole Armada tank. That would almost be a demoralizing shot. Can they survive from it? He's got a bunch of tanks coming on up. So let's see what happens. Let me look at the board, see if that's what I want to do. We'll be back. Alright, I went ahead and moved my 2 T-55As. I think that's what those are. Let's look and see really quick, because I can't see. Yeah, a couple T-55Es next to the Ministry of Defense. They didn't have to worry about no op fire. See, he has a marker on them. But now we're going to go ahead and finish off. Or take a nice little shot at this little Armada and see how that works. Alright, he's moved into position. Turkmenistan forces just happen to be ready to fire. This little spot here, what is that? Let's look and see at that spot again. It's Presidential Palace. It's right here up on top of the road. Great spot to be looking down the road. I might even follow up with another shot if this one doesn't destroy them. So let's get our dice ready for our shot on our Armada. Okay, we'll start off with a 7 strength missile. You only use 6 dice, so that'll make it 6. He has himself a 4 on a golden shield. Let's look at this thing here. It's 7 on a 7. So that's good. I think that's strikes per hit. So attacking with 7, defending with 4. So let's take that off. Here you go. 6 minus 4. Oof. Tough against that Bastion. So let's see how this works out. Alright. Bastion doesn't have a technology marker on it. This one has a red. So Bastion's not going to move and fire. He can't. Well, I don't know if he can intense fire with that freaking missile. Oh, shoot. He's in clear terrain on the road, so that'll definitely give him a +1. Does he wish to counter fire? 1, 2, 3, 4. If he counter fires, he could incur civilian casualties. You don't want to do that. Oh, what is that hit going to do to him? Oh, Bastion. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's that 8's in a circle, which means you don't get no modifiers for range. So I can't give him any modifiers there. The Russian unit can't retreat because he's in non-defendable modifier terrain. He can counterfire. That is his key. That'll give those 2 red dice. They'll make those two. Am I zoomed in there again? Yeah, let me get back out of here. Okay. Oh, a little decision time. We got back. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and combo fire, which means, let's see what that's called here. Oh, up fire. Combined fire. So we're going to combine fire and a +1 dice number. So we'll go ahead and make that this here. He's not in any civilian area, so I can fire all I want. He has to worry about the civilian casualties. So, if he decides to counterfire, puts this up one. Oh, why am I going out of focus here? Come on. All right. Oh, no counterfire. So Jeremiah's going to take it, see what he can do. We got 2 units here firing, tank and anti-tank missile and a armor-piercing shot. And that gets 3 hits on the Armada. 1 is pinned, 2 is shaken, and another 1 is casualties. So out of this platoon of tanks, I guess 1 got torched. But the whole platoon is not eliminated yet. Alrighty. Appropriate markers. I thought he had an improved position there. Maybe not. Okay, where is that improved position marker? We have 1 here for infantry. Didn't we have 1 here for I don't see it. Oh. I'll look it up, see if there's 1. Maybe I just put them away. I don't see them laying around here anywhere. Oh, that was improved vehicle spot up there. Alright, anyway, there's the damage done. The Shad DF forces have committed their activation. And now we'll go for another chit draw. Last chit draw for this round. And this is a 30 activation scenario. We're getting ready to go on 20. So let's go ahead and put this down here. It's for the Sheila forces again. We'll put him on a 20 marker. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm on a 19th marker. He'll be the last one to be picked up. Everybody else will be he'll be the last one retained. Everybody else will be picked up. All right, Sheilas are down here. They're all loaded and ready to move. That's why we did that. There's only 2 of them, I think. So let me decide what these boys want to do. Another before and after shot of the battlefield. Who do you think's going to win? Be back. All right, yeah, we were back. And for somehow, my improved vehicle marker, and hopefully it didn't affect any of these combats, got put back in the weapons pile. So we'll go ahead and put that up on here. Make sure they are bunkered down there at the presidential palace. So, okay, well, that is it. We're going to go ahead and move the Sheila forces. We have to find out what we want to do with them. Oh, what do we want to do? Our armor's back there, and they're still pinned. Not good. We don't want these guys sitting out here in these armored units for too long. It's a good thing these guys fired already. Let me look. I'll be back. All right, I went ahead and deployed them on up. This platoon here, pro-Russian forces. I got them up the road. Don't worry, it had enough movement points to unload them. So they're unloaded and they're in cover. And they're not adjacent to any unit. That was important too. So they were able to scoot up the road, get unloaded, and wait for some armored reinforcements while they hunker down in the light urban areas. This unit over here, though, didn't have enough movement points to unload, so I just got him safely away from any units, just for now. I mean, somebody could move next to him, but for now, they're safe there. They're hunkered down in their vehicles, and hopefully they'll get some more. Hold on a second. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. So, that's the situation. Sheila forces have moved. They're in the urban areas, and I just got to wait for some reinforcements. These next chit draws will be key. So let's go ahead and pick up all the chits. The shield will stay on the board. Chits get picked up here. Alright. Command marker goes back to the pro-Russian forces. Let's see what they want to do with them. That was 19, so this will go on 20. No, the next one will be on 20. That's 19. We're waiting for the 19 or the 20th chit pull. So everybody back on in. And we're ready for some more action. Oh, Sheila's still on the board. Yeah, I know he don't want his forces to be caught out there. So if the Shadidia forces, the Al-Masur, get activated, it could be a real nightmare for the pro-Russian forces. They could be caught in it again. Although they do have, now that I look at it, they do have a bunch of infantry here. These are all pro-Russians. All pro-Russians, so we shall see. They're all within easy movement factors of each other, so we don't have to worry about anybody being caught out alone and without initiative. So let me go ahead and draw chit. Let's see who it is. Al-Zarqawi's only got one unit. But I need my armadas to move. Pro-Russian forces need his armadas. Alright, moved around enough. Let's see who it is. It is the Al-Masur. So we'll put him on the 20th marker. Down here. Okay, they got their logistics marker up there. They can pick it up if they want, but I don't know if they're going to do that. So Al-Masur gets to move. Take this on off of here. This on off of here. Al-Masur. Oh, Shadidia. Alright, Al-Masur, and the Al-Masurs are down here too, so. What do I want to do? Infantry. Russians are moving in. Don't know if I want to fight yet. Oh, I ain't got nothing really left to hang on to. Well, my armor would probably be the ones that take on those infantry. This unit here suffered casualties, so he's already limping. Okay, we'll be back. Alright, we are back. And the Al-Masur units have just activated. They got the initiative. And they're going to take advantage of the Russian player sticking his neck out. I'm going to go ahead and move my ZSU, who has 5 movement points. 1, he'll pick up this unit, which will have a 1, 2, or half what they're on. Anyway, they're all moving here. They can all get there. So my lead firing unit is going to be my ZSU. They're going to be firing at this BMP-2, carrying the pro-Russian forces. I'm about ready to teach them a lesson. It's not good to be Russian in this game. I don't know if it's because of their inept general, which is me, but yeah, I can see right now anybody going in here is getting caught up in the meat grinder. I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but we need to get something coordinated here. All these tanks are still down here, pinned, shaken. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this little attack here. He's gonna start off with 5 dice. All right. The BMP is 1 shield, so we'll take one of those away. Now he's down to 4. Alright, the BMP unfortunately does not get any modifiers for being in a lightly urban area. So there's no modifier there. Oh, what else we got here? There will be modifiers because everybody's moved. But he's going to combine fire with the infantry, which will be a 1, add up another dice. So it's going to be a combined fire. He moved from 1, 1, 2. He's got movement 5, so less than half his movement range. So we'll just go ahead and give him 1 there. I believe that's what he's going to fire with. Oh, they both got green technology, so there will be no technology modifier there. Oh, movement. I already did the movement and fire. The BMP, does he wish to counterfire or retreat? That's a key. What would the Russian want to do? Let's get you back over here. You can see what's going on there. ZSU just moved on into the neighborhood. And look what I found. A nice little BMP sitting there. Alright, we always got to remember about collateral damage. So if any of these two come up for the anti-Russian player, they get a victory point knocked off. And if any of these two come up for a pro-Russian player, the defender, if he counterattacks, it depends if he wants to counterattack. Pro-Russian players already got a bunch of civilian losses, so I think you just got to sit there and take it. Just got to sit there and take it. Got too many civilian losses. Let them incur some civilian losses for a change. So hopefully we won't eliminate them. We're not firing back. Do we want to retreat, though? He's not in cover. That gives him a modifier, so he can't retreat. That's it. Roll with these dice against the BMP. Let me zoom myself on out of here if I can. Yeah, he wants to cooperate here. One, two, three, 4 hits, and every hit or every strike is a hit on this one. Let me see here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh yeah. Wait. Primary number, and it might not be. The primary number is orange. He's got a yellow shield. That might be 2 strikes per hit. It says here that line of sights, line of sights, line of sights. All right, the secondary starburst is yellow versus his shield. Each 2 strikes drops down to 2 strikes, so he's got 1, 2 hits on that Shiladia, so he'll go from yellow to shaken, but he won't suffer any casualties, so that's good for him. All right, we'll give our appropriate markers to everybody that participated and moved. So he survived that little onslaught from that ZSU. And it was just because he was in armor. And that ZSU is firing with an anti-infantry weapon, not an armored piercing weapon. So he still got shaken though. That ZSU, if you ever seen a video of that thing, it's shaking anybody. All right, Al-Masur has went ahead and moved that last infantry unit. I don't know what I want to do with him. He's just sitting out there waiting to be plucked. So let's go ahead and put a little marker on him. He's not going to be good for anything. He's not going to be good for anything. Protects that marker. What to do with that last little screwed up platoon. Huh. I want to keep my logistic marker there because he'll take off any hits that I get pretty rapidly, but I don't see anybody getting any real big hits. That marker's really helped them at all yet. El-Masur. What do I want to do with my El-Masur infantry? It's taking a hit, ain't worth a hoot. Alright, you're going to go back here. 1, 2 in the Parliament. Stay there and don't get shot up. I don't need no victory point losses for your loss, so do what you can do. That'll be it. Time for another chit draw. Make sure you have everything cleaned up. Board's ready to go. Getting these forces mixed up because they're all got that Muslim symbol rather. All right, let's see what we got there. Gonna keep that logistic marker there. We're not picking it up. Next one to go is the Russian forces, and it is the 396th Rifle. Okay, it's a 21st turn. 21st turn. He's on the 20th and he's on the 1st. All right, what do these guys need to do? We got 2 of them that are full strength. They need to consolidate, maybe get into some cover. Or they need to come over here and cut with their compadres. Yeah, because this is all pro-Russian, and they got anti-Russian forces on the north and south of them. Huh. All right, I'm going to take a little break here, study this, and we will be back. All right, I think the Russians are going in. If there's fighting going on here, they need to get going, so I'm pretty sure they're going to start scooting by foot a little bit towards the east and just hope for some good chit draws. The only problem is they got no armored cover. All the tanks are shaken. Pinned. It's not looking good. What happened to my tanks? This game is all about coordination, and I did not coordinate. So we'll see what's up. Can we survive through this logistics nightmare? We will be back.